It's Margaret Skype, and in this episode, we're going to talk about birthstones and anything and everything you need to know about birthstones. If you are out there shopping for a birthstone jewelry or you want to gift birthstone jewelry to someone, this is a great video to watch. We're going to discuss different birthstones for different months and your alternatives should you want to do something more spicy than just the regular birthstone. Let's go. Now, birthstones. Where did this come from, do you think? How did we just end up giving these birthstones for every month? Well, in my humble opinion, this is a marketing trick. And I say this in a lot of videos because, jewelry and gemstones is such an interesting industry where a lot of it is unfortunately marketing, and you really have to sift through those kind of things. But at the same time, it is nice that every month has its own stone, whether it was meant as a marketing or not. I still think it's very nice. So we got this really cool birthstone inspiration booklet from Staller, and I love Staller. This is one of our suppliers in the trade industry that supplies with findings and gemstones, and they're really big all over United States of America, and all jewelers know Staller. So I was looking at this and I was thinking how, for January, it's garnet, and you can see the little booklet right here that they sent out. This is one of those tools for jewelers that they sent out, so we keep it around in case clients come and the jeweler doesn't even know what the birthstone for the month is, which happens because we don't always keep it in our head. But just to give you an idea, obviously, some birthstones are, birth months are better than others. Like, for example, in April is a diamond, so that's nice for the April people or the April babies. But then you've got, January, which is garnet, and garnets are cheap. Let's not go around too far. Garnets are beautiful. I do love all colors and all gemstones, but they are on a cheaper side, or perceived as cheap because they're not expensive to own, right? The most expensive garnets from my experience are Czech garnets, and they've got this incredible reddish color as opposed to brownish color in them. But again, garnet is not a very expensive stone. So let's go through them really quickly. January is garnet. February is amethyst, also not very expensive and perceived as not as expensive. Although there are some African amethysts that can be on a pricey side, but most of them are inexpensive. March is aquamarine. Aquamarines are interesting, can be expensive, can be cheap, depending on inclusions, depending where you get it from. Be careful because in aquamarines, I find there are a lot of fakes. So with aquamarines, you have to be careful. April is a diamond, so that's always good for April babies, or not so good for those wanting to buy something for them. May is an emerald. Emerald is nice, and emerald can be again pricey and not pricey depending where it's from. June is alexandrite, pearl, and moonstone. I love how June babies have them all. The reason it says here alexandrite, pearl, and moonstone is because if you look up online in different sources, for some reason for June, you will have different gemstones. So in some charts for the monthly gemstones in Europe, you'll see a moonstone. In others in US, you'll see alexandrite. Some of the ones that we've seen from Poland and Russia and Ukraine have a pearl. So that's why for June, they have now alexandrite, pearl, and moonstone, because it's just all over the place. So they just combine the three. So June babies are lucky because they get to choose from one of the three. Now, alexandrites are really expensive, especially if you get a natural one. There are some synthetics and lab growns online, but if you get a natural alexandrite, that's an expensive gemstone to own. Pearls can be cheap, can be expensive, depending on the pearl. Moonstone is never expensive, so June babies kind of have it all. July is ruby. Rubies can be cheap, can be on a pricey side, but I would probably say that they're more pricey than cheap, because if you want a good ruby, you will have to pay somewhat of a more expensive price tag. August is peridot. Peridots are considered not expensive. There are some expensive peridots from Burma. I stated that in one of my peridot videos, but other than that, I would say that peridot is not an expensive stone. So sorry for those Leos that are considered to be queens. Now, September is a blue sapphire. This is interesting because for September, we sell a lot of sapphires in general. A lot of people just get sapphires, not blue sapphires. But in reality, September babies are supposed to wear a blue sapphire. And blue sapphires are pricey, you guys, unless you're getting, a really included one or synthetic, they can be pricey. For October, it's pink tourmaline and opal. Same thing. There are different places online. They say it's pink tourmaline and others that say an opal. So pink tourmalines are not as expensive, can be pricey. They're unincluded and really nice color. Opals are inexpensive and expensive. Some of the Australian opals can be pricey, but most of the times opals are not considered to be very expensive. For November, it's citrine. Citrines are interesting. Citrines are not an expensive stone. I want to say the more saturated color of citrine it is, the more expensive it is. One of the most expensive citrines are cognac citrines. And when I say cognac, it is the color of cognac, literally. It's got this really nice shade of cognac, and those are on the pricey side. They're also scarce. I don't see a lot of them on the market. For December, we have the same thing as June. We've got tanzanites, turquoise, and blue zircon. Although a lot of people find it as, they think it's a cubic zirconia. It is not. Blue zircon, shown right here, is a beautiful blue color gemstone. Absolutely stunning. One of the most stunning gemstones that, in my opinion, don't even get a lot of, exposure. I don't know why that is, but blue zircon is absolutely phenomenal. Very, very beautiful, wintry kind of vibe and very sparkly stone. Turquoise is inexpensive. Tanzanite is not considered very expensive, but can be if it is the right saturation. So that goes for the gemstones for every month. Now, I get a lot of questions, Rita. For example, if it's August, for peridot, or February babies who are amethyst, if they don't want to get cheaper stone, if it's, let's say, a guy shopping for a girl or a boyfriend for a girlfriend and he wants a nice gift and they just don't want to opt out for some cheaper gemstone, they're always asking me for alternatives. So what can I do if it's not amethyst or if it's not peridot for August? And what you can do is getting something which is popular right now. Number one popularity goes to color enhanced natural diamonds, and this is their way of showing what you can do on this little booklet. And guys, I have no association to Staller. They did not ask me to make this video. I'm just doing it because it was easy to show you. Now, color enhanced natural diamonds, I think I've made a video on this topic. These are natural white diamonds that come with the color that's embedded inside a white diamond. So it is not a natural colored diamond. It is color enhanced. They are on a cheaper side, but they're still diamonds, so the sparkle is there. And they can be beautiful and they can be in all colors. So for example, for February, if you don't want to get amethyst, you can always get a purple color enhanced diamond for February, and they can be really, really stunning. So that's one way to put it. Of course, the most expensive, I want to say, and pricey way of doing this is getting natural color diamonds for every month. So same thing for January, you could get orange color enhanced natural diamond, or fancy brownish orange color diamond to kind of go with the January. For February, you can get a nice natural fancy purple diamond, such as right here. They are absolutely stunning, very pricey. Like a tiny purple diamond can range from $1,000 to $5,000. This is not a joke, you guys. They can be pricey. A lot of people get them as investments or as part of their collection or something they want to own, because natural color diamonds are always rare. They came this way from Earth, so it's just phenomenal. Can you think of this? The earth created this color in this diamond. It is really, really amazing. And so you could go further from the birthstone chart than just getting gemstones and get a natural color diamond as opposed to gemstone. If you're out there shopping for birthstone and you have some kind of month's baby that you're trying to figure out, I am going to have a list of all the gemstones at the end of this video, and the alternatives as well, so you can figure out what do you want to get for your loved one or for your baby or husband or whoever. And this kind of helps it keep things in place and keep it more organized. You can also visit our stores down below. We sell all kinds of gemstones, all kind of natural diamonds, so you can take a look. We sell on different platforms online and in person. Should you have any question, I always answer all my emails. Doesn't matter who they come from. It's info@miamijewels.com, and you can email me anytime if you have a question. I hope this video was helpful on the months for the babies that are born in different months and their gemstones. It's Margarita Skypin, and I'll see you in the next video.